What is up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So we are going to make, going forward, we're going to make War Thunder a more active part of the channel, in that I'm going to be making some videos about my random encounters in random planes at random VR ranges ranging from tiers 1 to 4. This is going to break down what tactics I'm going to use these random encounters, and so I really hope you will enjoy this new Random Encounter series, War Thunder. So we are approaching a Dornier DO335 who has an energy advantage against us. We're going to be using our trigger discipline to get our guns on the target. The Dornier 335 is heavily armed. However, unfortunately, he did not notice me, so I didn't have to dodge his guns, and we're going to go after him. So we tried to shoot there, but we missed. We almost hit him. He's going to die faster than us, and we're not going to necessarily shoot. It's going to be quite hard if we try to shoot from beyond 500, 600 meters. We're just going to follow him. I see attack the Spitfire. I'm going to keep that Spitfire covered, and now he's entering a right turn, which is his mistake. This is where our trigger discipline is going to come into play with these V20 cannons. These Russian cannons do not have the best explosive killer. And we're going to close it to 300 meters, and we're going to fire a burst, and we obliterate him with our 20mm cannons. Alright, so this is another encounter that's going to involve us going up against two F4U Corsairs, both of which got killed later on. So this is going to be, we're approaching an F4U-4B Corsair from behind, which is a very dangerous plane, 38 horsepower at low altitude. And we made him dive, unfortunately, because our cannons are not the strongest. He only got hit. But now we're diving, and we're going to be experiencing depression. He also experiences depression too, but he's usually better, except the rudder. Now we got a critical hit, and another F4U-4B Corsair is going to be diving on us soon. We're going to exploit the weakness a bit in this game, but that doesn't really exist in real life, and that's going to be hard to fool against experienced pilots. Above 600 kilometers per hour, his rudder will compress. And we're going to a spiral dive to exploit that, and we're going to make sure our canopy points away from his canopy so he's not going to get a shot at us. And he makes a mistake here, he blew off his flaps. And this is the last match we're going to talk about, which is going to be how we're going to energy fight in this aircraft and how to keep our speed up. Going against the Japanese, we attack that A6M50, which can be very dangerous if you make mistakes or you're not engaging with the right energy state. So we're just going to run, we're going to use the Flying Tigers tactics, and then we're going to go do an ML man, and then we're going to go back at him. There are a few Yaks over there that already attacked the Japanese aircraft down there, so we're going to turn back towards that zero, and we're going to have to help them out. These Yaks risk serious risk of dying because the zero is already very high above them. And we're going to be charging them at 100% for web here, but unfortunately the Yak-9P that's still surviving he has a lot of trouble with zero, and in order to ease off the compression, we're doing this holding W, and we're going to reposition for our diving attack on this zero. Fortunately, the zero in this very moment, he kills the Yak-9P, but now that he has lost his altitude, we have pretty much the energy advantage against him, and we're going to get a lucky shot here. I'm going to admit a lot of these shots are actually quite lucky, and we're going to get to the next scenario here, which we're going to encounter a Ki-61, and I've already grouped up with a Yak-9P who is still alive. We go head on, we want to dodge his bullets because our inline engine could get destroyed. And our Yak-9P is turning against Ki-61, which I think would be the best tactic. I was hoping that both of us would be using hit and run on him, but I think the Yak-9P did express some overconfidence in this aircraft's capabilities. Although I think it is definitely possible if Ki-61 is too fast, it will be outmaneuvered by the Yak-9P. Now we're trying to cover our Yak-9P. We get a hit on the Ki-61, but the Ki-61 survives because maybe we didn't get an explosive round on him. Maybe that's an armor piercing round that went into the fuselage. The Yak-3 is still turning, but now the Yak-3 definitely lost its energy in the vertical at higher altitudes, which is going to make this Ki-61 be able to get him unless the Yak-3 can dive fast enough and regain some energy. And I'm also not going to be turning against the Ki-61, so that's the Yak-3's final mistake that gets him killed. He tries to go up after an enemy who's above him. Usually, the enemy who's above you is more likely to kill you. And we get the Ki-61's elevator in another snapshot, which I'm gonna admit was also a lucky hit. And so now that Ki-61's going down, we're going on in another encounter with another A6M50. So against this A6M50, we're going to use the same tactics again, the Flying Tiger's hidden boom and run tactic. That should be used as long as you're in the fast lane against a zero. And we charge him head on. We hit them there, but the server does not register that hit, so that's a spark. But unfortunately, we also dodged those bullets, and we're going to a shallow dive and emergency power so that we can speed away from the zero as fast as we can before that zero can gain energy and turn this energy fight or boom and run fight that we have into a suffering for us. Usually it is harder in the Soviet aircraft to destroy Japanese aircraft, especially if they are higher altitude, because you lose performance more rapidly than some of the Japanese planes, and it can be pretty dangerous when you have Ki-84s up there. So I'm going at least 2 to 3 kilometers away from the target before I try to go back on them. So I'm trying to judge the distance here. If I'm like 2.5 to 3 kilometers, it'll be a pretty safe considering his slower energy state. And I'm still making over 470 kilometers per hour, which is a very good speed. And I'm going to pull back on him in just a moment, and we are going to destroy that zero in another head-on pass. So we are doing an email mentor now, and that zero is going to be shot down when we do that on it. I know it's pretty lucky. We're going to fire off our cannons, going to roll to the left to avoid his bullets. Unfortunately, it doesn't fire anything, and here we get, I think, 6 bullets in him, and his engine's on fire. We don't have to go after him anymore. He's on fire. The fire will kill him. Unfortunately for him, the fire extinguisher is not modeled unlike the real later zeros. Now we're going to be attacking the B-17, and this is actually where I did a mistake in attacking the bomber. So as I close in less than 1 kilometer away, I shoot him, set him on fire. That is where the mistake happens. I should have rolled to the right, and I should have pointed my wingtip so it would have been harder for the B-17 to get me. Because by going there to the left and turning, I exposed my aircraft's profile to the enemy B-17's gunners, which you definitely don't want, because if a guy is a really good gunner, 50 cal can be pretty accurate when the gunners are skilled, especially when the player's skilled. So we'll just observe him, and then he goes down. So that's it for today, guys, and I do hope to see you in the next video.